Hello and welcome to Diaspora Network, the program where we celebrate Nigerians making remarkable strides around the world. I'm Teniola Oyetayo. On today's program, we celebrate Nigerian excellence in global science and research. Our guest is Dr. Yakubu Wudil, a materials scientist recently recognized among the world's top 2% of scientists. He joins us to talk about his journey from Kano to international research and why science must be central to Africa's future. But first, here's a look at what's making headlines across the global Nigerian community.
Nigerian-born Dr. Juliet Agocha is running for council member in Prince George's County, District 4 in the United States. She's the Democratic candidate in the upcoming June primary election, where voters will choose party nominees ahead of the general election in November. Dr. Agocha holds a bachelor's degree in information technology, a master's degree in cybersecurity, and a PhD in leadership. From working on community projects at the World Bank to helping families access affordable health care through Maryland Health Connection and advocating at the State House in Annapolis, she has focused on making government work better for the people. She describes herself as an advocate rather than a politician.
I see myself as someone who advocates for people, for the community. I see myself as someone who is grounded in the community, especially here in Prince George's County. So the word career politician is something I tried, to slightly remove myself from, because I'm more of an advocate, someone who is for the people. I was homeless in 2009, and that have really shaped who I am, because when you have lived a life that many people, especially everyday people, struggle with, you understand things differently and you have more compassion. So homelessness for me during 2009 was a lesson. It didn't happen because I was lazy to work. It happened because there was no affordability of home, especially here in Prince George's County. So understanding that makes me now to make decision with compassion for our residents, makes me to understand dignity and stability for the residents. So that is why even here at my capacity running for the Prince George's County Council for District 4, I understand things from the resident perspective, not from a politics perspective. So that experience have guided me to today. So for me right now as a leader, my priority is to remain stable, grounded in the community, and at the same time support global tensions, and in a way that balances community, resident, and of course unity. What we are seeing right now here in the United States, and especially at this current administration, is something that our community have not experienced at this level. But as a community leader and as someone who is running to represent the wonderful people of District 4, my goal and my priority is to make sure that I prioritize the life of my resident, which is the life of Prince George's counties, and especially District 4 residents. Right now, Prince George's County is actually pushing eyes out law to pass it here in the county, which means protecting our immigrant community. And of course, I also want to mention that as an immigrant myself, this is a priority for me to recognize that our democracy is at stake right now. And leaders like myself, we must speak up. We must stand up for our immigrant community. So for me personally, as a community leader and as someone who has tremendous experience in governance, I continue to make sure that I uphold the rule of law, and at the same time have dignity for our residents, and by protecting them, because just because of your immigration status does not mean that you are not human. Currently, that's what we're seeing with this administration, and people like myself and bold voices and community leaders like myself, we are speaking up because our immigrant community, we deserve respect, we deserve dignity, and we deserve compassion.
Nigerian doctoral student Munir Yakub has won the Outstanding Graduate Student Award at the University of Texas in Dallas. The award, presented by the university's Office of Graduate Education, recognizes exceptional academic achievement, service, and resilience in overcoming challenges. Yakubu was nominated by the School of Natural Sciences and Mathematics before emerging as the overall winner. He previously earned a bachelor's degree in microbiology from Usmanu Danfodio University in Sokoto, northwest Nigeria. Over the years, his academic excellence has earned him more than a dozen awards, scholarships, and fellowships, including the Julia Williams Vanessa Merit Scholarship, the Natural Sciences and Mathematics Travel Award, and the American Society for Microbiology Future Leaders Mentorship Fellowship.
As the world pushes for cleaner and more sustainable energy, Nigerians in the diaspora are making important contributions in research, innovation, and climate investment. Here's a quick look at some of the professionals helping shape the future of energy.
Across universities, laboratories, and international energy institutions, Nigerians in the diaspora and on the continent are making important contributions to the global energy transition. At the global policy level, Damilola Ogunbiyi is one of the most prominent Nigerian voices in sustainable energy. She serves as a Chief Executive Officer and Special Representative of the UN Secretary-General for Sustainable Energy for All and co-chair of UN Energy, placing her at the center of international efforts to expand clean energy access and accelerate progress on SDG 7.
I am deeply honored to accept the Time Earth Award tonight. I accept this recognition with immense gratitude and also with humility, because this moment is not just about me. It belongs to the extraordinary colleagues and partners I am privileged to work with every day. It's also a special honor to be amongst the awardees from Africa. I want to thank Time for truly recognizing diversity in climate and energy. The solutions to our planet's greatest challenge will come from every corner of the globe. This award is also a tribute to my remarkable team at Sustainable Energy for All and the wider United Nations family. Every day, they work tirelessly to promote climate-smart solutions across the world, often in some of the most complex and challenging environments. Their commitment, creativity, and persistence makes progress possible.
In the United States, Chibueze Amanchukwu, an assistant professor at the University of Chicago's Pritzker School of Molecular Engineering, is working on next-generation batteries, electrolytes, and systems that can turn carbon dioxide into useful fuels. The goal is to create energy storage systems that are cheap, safe, and can perform well over time. In the United Kingdom, Dr. Eni Oko, a senior lecturer in chemical engineering at Newcastle University, and Dr. Olajide Otitoju, a postdoctoral research associate at the University of Sheffield, are contributing to major work in carbon capture, utilization, and storage. Dr. Oko's research spans carbon capture and transport, green hydrogen production, energy storage, and energy systems integration, while Dr. Otitoju specializes in carbon capture technologies. Both were joint winners of the 2024 Nigeria Prize for Science for Work linked to greenhouse emission control and sustainable fuel production, strengthening Nigeria's presence in one of the most important areas of industrial decarbonization. And beyond academia, Dr. Adedoyin Adeleke, Executive Director of Green Growth Africa, works at the intersection of science, policy, and sustainable development. He holds a PhD in energy and nuclear science and technology and has contributed to Renewable Energy Policy Report, including REN 21's Global Status Report, and was appointed as the first African co-chair of the independent group of scientists preparing the 2027 UN Global Sustainable Development.
And now to our guest, Dr. Yakubu Wudil is a Nigerian materials scientist whose work focuses on clean energy, advanced materials, and technology-driven research. Born and raised in Wudil, Kano State, his journey has taken him from Bayero University to international research recognition.
A physicist and materials scientist, Dr. Yakubu Wudil grew up in Kano State, where he completed his primary and secondary education before studying physics at Bayero University. There, he graduated with a first-class degree and emerged as the overall best graduating student of the university.
I was born and brought up in Wudil local government of Kano State. I did all my primary and secondary education in Kano. After which, after my NYSC, even before then, I did my BSc, Bachelor's of Science degree in BUK, Bayero University, Kano, where I graduated with the first class in physics and as the overall best graduating student of the university around the year 2012, in the year 2012. So after that, after my NYSC, I secured the prestigious King Fahd University scholarship for my master's degree. And that's when I did my master's here for 2 years. And after graduation, following my performance, I was able to secure a direct also PhD admission. And that's how it all came up. I got my PhD in 2021, April.
Today, Dr. Wudil is an assistant professor and postdoctoral researcher at King Fahd University of Petroleum and Minerals, working at the intersection of physics, material science, clean energy, and advanced technology.
The energy transition is one thing that attracts global attention. The climate change effect, the United Nations summits, and conferences every now and then they try to address these issues. So this our field. This is what we are trying to address. We are trying to come up with materials, either new materials or already existing materials, but we try to improve their efficiency and their performance to generate clean energy. This is one segment of it. The second segment of it, when you generate clean energy, generally you need somewhere to store the energy. This is one major challenge. You generate the energy, but where do you keep it? So it means you need to work on energy storage systems, energy storage devices. So in our lab, what we do is basically clean energy generation and storage. This is what we try to sandwich. You can see like recently we have issues with unusual pattern in rainfall. You have like issues with drought, a lot of environmental issues. Even the temperature, you can see like how the temperature rises recently, especially in the Sahel region. So I mean, all these combined effect, resulting from climate change and the use of fossil fuels. So this type of research is really targeting those, problems. That's one thing. And the second thing also, you are producing energy. You are producing clean energy, like Nigeria now. Take for example, we are short of the energy we need, right? The electricity is unstable, right? So I mean, every now and then we are trying to build power sources, dams, and all this, right? Yes, that's good. But renewable and sustainable energy, if fully deployed, it can also, support the existing infrastructure in electricity. And, like the country can reach self-sufficiency. So this is really something fundamental. This is something that is novel and state of the art that I really encourage and I call on, the authorities, the policymakers to pay attention, to give it the necessary attention it deserves.
With more than 40 high-impact scientific publications, multiple research grants, and 5 United States patents, Dr. Wudil has now been recognized among the world's top 2% of scientists.
That, I mean, is an honor, really. It's a great honor. But beyond that, it's a reflection of our commitment to research, of our collaboration with fellows, with colleagues and mentors, So, and also it's a demonstration that we Nigerians, we have that resilience. We can survive any environment globally, and we come out of it successful. So it means a lot. It means a lot, really.
Still ahead, we hear more from Dr. Wudil as he explains why Nigeria must invest more seriously in research. Please stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching Diaspora Network on Channels Television. We continue our conversation with Dr. Yakubu Wudil as he reflects on mentorship and how young Nigerians can position themselves for global research opportunities.
Nigeria currently has potentials, of course, great potential in this field. There are talents, also enough talent in the country. This is not what we are lacking. But in terms of funding, we can really do better. We can do better than we are doing now. Research is, essentially research is expensive. Research worldwide is expensive. And also, the infrastructure needs to be put in place. Our universities and our industries also need to collaborate. Currently, even the research like that's being sponsored, you can say maybe it's just university-centered research. Okay, so what we do here and what is being encouraged globally based on my travels, to international conferences and all that, you will see there is synergy between the industry and the academia. So this is one thing that we are liking. We really need to build that, because it's from industry that you will know the problems, that you will know what is exactly like the need of the people. They are the producers, they are the engineers. While it's in the universities that we work and study things at atomic scale, we propose solution to the industry. So we need to really work on improving the collaboration between industry and academia in Nigeria. And also we need to promote interdisciplinary research.
I can tell that you're also really passionate about teaching and mentoring. Why is that so important to you?
Okay, this is also something that I am passionate about, you can say. For teaching, actually, I have been teaching for the past 10 years, even before I enroll in my master's degree. Some of my students, those that I've started teaching immediately when I completed my NYSC, some of them now have already secured their PhDs. So this is something I enjoy. Even back then in the university, in Bayero University, Kano, I tutor. That's what we call like a tutorial between colleagues. We try to explain problems, and so I enjoy teaching. I really enjoy imparting knowledge to the younger ones and even colleagues. So this is one part of it. The other part is the mentorship. For the mentorship, even it came to my it caught my attention more after leaving Nigeria. When I left Nigeria in 2015 and I started my master's, then I saw the Nigerians here in the university where I'm studying, and I saw the opportunities here, and also I know some of my colleagues back home. Then I felt like our people really have the potential to get these opportunities, but they lack the necessary information. This is really what I observed. So that was the reason even we, together with colleagues, we initiated a movement, Youth Enlightenment and Mentorship Initiative. It's an online mentorship platform. It's currently available on all the social media platforms and even on the YouTube. So we did a lot of programs relating to scholarships. So we encourage youth on how to secure scholarships, fully funded scholarships. Currently, we have about 200 people, I think, from Nigeria that are studying globally. Some have already graduated, some are currently studying, through this program. And the program is still ongoing. So this is something also maybe I will share the links with you. You can share with the people to join. It's an open space. Everybody can join and learn. We try to invite people also, from different countries, from different universities, from academia, from industry to come and talk, to people just to learn. This is regarding scholarships. And also we try to invite some entrepreneurs to come and talk about entrepreneurship, to just some skills, kind of the state of the art skills needed now in the 21st century.
What advice would you give to young Nigerians who want to pursue careers in science, research, or innovation?
Yeah, also this is very important, especially for those currently schooling and even those who have graduated. For those currently in school, I will advise them to really try and graduate with good results. This is one thing that will make the difference. If you graduate like with the first class or at least upper second class, then after getting the good results, you should be able to present yourself well, because many students, and mentors that and mentees that I have interacted with, I noticed they have the potential, but the problem is in presenting themselves, how they write their CVs, how they write their statement of purpose, how they write, how they present themselves to organizations. This is like the point where they get issues. So my advice to them is first of all to start learning early. This is the mistakes like some of us have made. We waited until when we graduated from university, then like we started learning. So thankfully for me in particular, I had so many supporting faculties in my university back home who have really provided me with the basic information since before I graduated. But this is something really that I encourage students to start learning early. All these resources that we are sharing on YouTube, they should start getting acquainted, they get used to them, not after they graduated. And that's one thing. I have talked about people, or students getting good grades, flying colors. But the most important thing also is they should work on their character. This is like the selling point. Nowadays, even people can get excellent results, people can get, the best result you can think of, but it is their character, that will keep them wherever they get. You can get the opportunity, but what will keep you to enjoy the opportunity is your character. Even in getting reference letters, because all these opportunities I'm talking about, you need like a reference letter, recommendations. Usually opportunities come through recommendations, most of them. So you can get recommendation only from your professors or from your senior colleagues if you have interacted with them, very well. They enjoyed working with you. You have demonstrated high quality, character and all that. So this is one thing really that our youth of nowadays, I noticed, many are lacking. So really, and also this goes to the parents. They should try while shaping and mentoring their children, to get good grades and, flying colors. Also, they should work on the character of their children, so that at the end, they kind of become complete, both in character and in learning. This is the slogan of my university. I remember Bayero University, Kano. They said they are training students based on character and learning. So now it comes to play.
And just before I let you go, what are you currently working towards? What excites you most about the future currently?
So currently, like I said, in terms of the research, we are working on producing, like clean energy materials. We worked on a technology recently called thermoelectric technology. This technology, basically, in simple terms, let me explain it to you. You are trying to produce electricity based on difference in temperature. So like if you have a pen like this, maybe one end of the pen is at 50 degrees Celsius temperature, while the other end, let's say it's at 20 degrees Celsius. So you see there's a difference in temperature. So according to physics, whenever you have these semiconducting materials and you have this different in temperature, electricity can be generated. Because electricity is nothing but electrons in motion. So whenever you have like materials such as semiconductors and you have difference in temperature, electrons will move from where the temperature is high to where the temperature is low. So this is the basic, principle. So this is what we are working on now, to harness materials to generate electricity. And you can think of it this way. In industries, they are generating heat, right? Every day. And also in maybe in your car, the exhaust is generating heat, right? Maybe the temperature can go up to close to 100 degrees Celsius, while inside the car you can see maybe 20 or 25 degrees. So there's a difference in temperature. With this technology, maybe you can integrate it in your car to generate energy so that you don't have to use your AC in your car. You can provide cooling, your radio, and all this. So there are many applications to this. Even maybe your human body, you can think of your body as, let's say, your body temperature is around 37 degrees Celsius, while the outside temperature is around 25 degrees Celsius. So that means your body can be source of temperature. It can provide heat. And if it can do that, it means we can integrate this technology like to your watch, smartwatch, so that this watch will not need any battery, will not need any, only your human, the heat coming from your body will power the watch. So like this is in principle currently technology we are working on, and then simultaneously we are using artificial intelligence techniques, machine learning methods to to accelerate the discovery of materials that can do this function. So this is basically what we are doing, and the work is really promising. It looks exciting. We hope recently also we have filed some patents on this work to the United States Patent Office. So we are hopeful we will get this work patented, and it will be another technological breakthrough.
Dr. Yakubu Wudil, once again, congratulations on your achievements, and thank you so much for joining us on the program.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure. It's an honor to be with you, and thank you very much for the kind invitation.
And that brings us to the end of this week's edition of Diaspora Network. To watch this and previous episodes celebrating Nigerians around the world, visit channelcv.com or our YouTube channel. Until next time, I'm Tenyola Oyetayo. Thanks for watching.